Hi and welcome back to our kitchen where we try out recipes from a different Catholic cookbook every month.
So this month for July, we are going to be trying recipes from this book, Grace Before Meals by Father Leo Patalinghug. So he cooks, he breakdances, he is a priest, so we don't know really what to expect from this.
But we are always up for an adventure here, so bring on Father Leo. So this book has different chapters centered around the holidays of the year, the major holidays. So for each chapter, you get a reflection, you get at least a couple of different recipes, and you also get some reflection questions that you can discuss while you're sitting around the table.
The book is also very centered around the family. So today, from the Mother's Day section, we're going to be trying the Monte Cristo sandwiches. We read The Count of Monte Cristo last spring and had a lot of fun with it, so this is kind of our tribute to the Count.
Shout out to the Count. So we're hoping the Monte Cristo sandwiches turn out because we do love a good Monte Cristo sandwich here. And then from the chapter on Epiphany, we are trying the cheesy squash because it's a really good way to use up all the summer squash, that's around this time of year.
And then recently we went on a road trip to the Monastery of the Holy Spirit in Georgia, and we fell in love with the monks' biscotti there. So we're going to be trying to make some of our own today.
We are in serious withdrawal from the monks' biscotti. But from the Cookies and Cups website, we found an easy biscotti recipe, so we're giving that a whirl. Will it be as good as the monks? Probably not. We'll see. We're keeping an open mind, but I am putting the monks' biscotti on my Christmas wish list. We are starting with the biscotti today because that takes the longest. They have to bake, then be cut, and then bake again.
And for that, you need flour, sugar, baking powder, oil, eggs, vanilla and almond extract, salt, and then nuts or something to put in there like nuts or dried cherries. We couldn't find any, tragedy.
Yeah, we couldn't find any dried cherries, but you could do pistachios. You could probably do craisins. I don't know. We're going to start small with pecans though.
So we started by combining the sugar and the oil along with the eggs and the extracts and mixing those all together. Then we added in the baking powder as well as the salt, and then mix that. Then we added in all of the flour and mixed that together as well until we got a fairly sticky dough. Then we cut up the pecans and added those. Then we did our best to form 2 logs of the dough on a baking sheet, and then we stuck those in the oven. Then we cut them up into the slices and then flipped them over and put them back into the oven to cook again. With help, of course.
Okay, now on to the cheesy squash. Recently, one of our neighbors gifted us with a giant zucchini, the biggest one I've ever seen, and we've been using it up, and we're down to just this left, so we're keeping it real here. We are going to use up the last of our giant zucchini.
Yep, so for the recipe, you need zucchini, and you need yellow squash, salt and pepper, butter, oregano, parmesan, and olive oil. And then we found these pre-cut squash packs at Sprouts. So we're using these. We're saving ourselves some time.
Right, because honestly, the yellow squash selection at Sprouts was not all that we could have hoped for. So these are on clearance for 76 cents. We said, you know what, we're just gonna go with this. God provided, right? Okay, keeping it real.
So we started first by cutting up the yellow squash and transferring that to our dish, and then cutting up the rest of the zucchini and doing the same. Then we added the squash packs and then melted some butter with oregano and oil on the stove. Then we poured that over all of the vegetables and stirred it up together adding some salt and pepper to taste. Then all we had to do was put that in the oven until all the veggies were soft. And then at the end, add some cheese.
Now on to the Monte Cristo sandwich. The recipe just makes one serving, which I think is a good thing because what if it doesn't turn out? You know, you don't want 50
iffy
Monte Cristo sandwiches.
So for that, you need white bread, breadcrumbs, eggs, ham, provolone or brie. We have provolone, butter, vanilla extract, and then powdered sugar or maple sugar. We have powdered sugar.
Yeah, I'm a fan of powdered sugar Monte Cristos. I've never had one with maple syrup, but I don't know. Have you? Let us know in the comments.
So we started by making the egg mixture with eggs, water, vanilla, and whisking that up. Then we dunked all 3 pieces of our bread. After we assembled the sandwich, just doing 3 layers of ham and provolone. Then we cut it in half, which was very hard. Redunked that in the egg mixture again, and then dunked it in the breadcrumbs. Then we melted some butter and put in the sandwich to cook up. It was a very messy process, and we even had to use tongs to get the open side. But it looks really good, so we'll see. And then we added some powdered sugar on top.
This is how it turned out.
Fun, but messy. Not Pinterest worthy.
Not Pinterest worthy, but one sandwich is enough definitely for 2 people, maybe even 4 people. So there you go. We'll see how it tastes. It's very good. I think the Count of Monte Cristo would approve of this for sure. And it's neat that we can do it at home. We did have our doubts when everything was sliding around, but hey.
All right, now on to the squash.
Yeah, not really sure if it's completely done, but we're just gonna taste test it and see.
Smells good.
Smells good for sure.
Definitely still crunchy, but not in a bad way.
I think it needs more salt, and I think we need to cook it a little bit longer. So back in the oven with you.
It's good though.
That's good.
And lastly, the biscotti. We didn't want it to be rock hard, and I think we achieved that.
Yeah, we
sort of.
noticed the monk's biscotti was not rock hard, you know, like break your teeth, and that's, I think, part of what made it so good. So we undercooked it a little bit, trying to duplicate those results.
Yeah.
But it's not, you know, it's not going to fall apart. It's still got a good firm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, very good. If only there could have been cherries in it, but that's, you know, next time. Definitely very good, and I think it would make a good gift at Christmas time. As good as the monks?
No.
No.
The monks just have it down to perfection.
They do. They have perfected the technique, but, you know, if we don't want to go on another road trip, here we go. But still, birthday, Christmas, monk's biscotti. Just letting everyone know, okay?
I know. You've only told me 100 times.
Okay.
The sandwich was my favorite.
I think my favorite was a tie between the biscotti and the sandwich. I don't know why, the biscotti has really stolen my heart, you know? The monks have ruined me.
And then the squash is good, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Still in the oven.
I don't know. We'll see how that one turns out long term, but I think it will be fine. I think we just needed to cook it a little bit more. So we also do like the book. The reflections for each chapter are really good. In the chapter on Valentine's Day, Father Leo talks about how in June we have the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and that is really kind of Jesus's own Valentine Day, which is kind of fun. I had never thought of it before.
And we also appreciated that the recipes were very easy. We thought they might be too difficult for us, but they weren't.
Yeah, because he beat Bobby Flay as a chef, so he's definitely knows his way around the kitchen. And in case you're wondering, there are over 50 recipes in this book and some nice pictures, so there are definitely a lot to choose from.
All right, so that was our Catholic cooking for July. So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for cooking with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.